So Aaliyah's mother spoke out. Her name is Diane Haughton. I think I'm saying her name right. Diane Haughton. She made a public service announcement that was in response to a Miss Jovante Cunningham, who was one of the featured ladies in Surviving R. Kelly, who stated that when they were on the tour bus, they were in their bunks, and I guess R. Kelly and Alliyah was like in a room, because she said the door swung open, so they must have been in like the little room while everybody else was in their bunks. I didn't see the tour bus. I don't know how it looked, but that's what I'm picturing based on what she said. She said that I don't know how it happened. I don't know if the bus hit a bump or how it happened that the door swung open, but how it happened really doesn't matter. The door swung open, and there R. Kelly was having sex or sexual relations with Alliyah, who was 15 at the time, and he was 27. So he's got her by 12 years, and she said there it was, right there, like they saw it with their own eyes. And, I don't know if they was having intercourse or it was like, some other little freaky stuff going on in there. I don't know if it was somebody was giving somebody some licky or what. I don't know what, but there they were having sexual relations. And it's like, damn, that's crazy because at the end of the day, he's our mentor. She's 15, So shortly after that, the R. Kelly's. I got my notes because it's just so much. It's too much to remember. I don't have the best memory, so it's too much. Like even a person with a good memory probably wouldn't be able to remember all of this stuff. But R. Kelly's tour manager / personal assistant, Demetrius Smith, had he stated that R. Kelly came to him and said, "Man, I think I got Aaliyah pregnant." And he said how he was like, upset about that, because he R. Kelly had, told Demetrius Smith that he was not, messing with Alliyah. Like he wasn't, dealing with her on that type of level. He said he wasn't engaged in a sexual relationship with Alliyah, and then to turn around and come to him and say that he think he might have got her pregnant. So anyway, which takes us back to Diane Haughton, Alliyah's mom, who made a public service announcement, and she said the following. The woman and so-called backup singer in the forthcoming Surviving documentary that describes seeing, meeting, or even breathing the same air as my daughter, Alliyah, is lying and a liar. My husband and I were always on tour with her and at interviews in every place she went through her entire career. Whoever this woman is, I have never seen her before anywhere on planet Earth until now. These lies and fabrications cannot be tolerated and allowed to be spewed from the forked tongues of saboteurs of Alliyah's legacy. Shame on all those involved in the project who thought it kosher to drag Alliyah's name into a situation that has nothing to do with her today. Once again, this will not be tolerated. So that was Alliyah's mom, Diane Haughton's statement, her public service announcement. And so what do y'all think about that? Because there's been a lot of, interesting, feedback and backlash from that statement. A lot of people feel like, how can Alliyah's mom say that when it's been confirmed, even by R. Kelly's lawyer, who has publicly come out since Surviving R. Kelly aired and stated that yes, he confirmed actually that yes, indeed, R. Kelly was married to Alliyah, but he said that it's believed that R. Kelly thought that Alliyah was 18 and that Alliyah lied to R. Kelly about her age, even though R. Kelly wrote age ain't nothing but a number. Like, there's no way he didn't know her age, because Demetrius Smith confirmed that he's the one that documents forged so they could get married. So he assisted him. He assisted R. Kelly in making that happen. So there's no way that R. Kelly didn't know her age. And why would he write age ain't nothing but a number? She grown. So, Aaliyah's mom, is basically, she's basically calling BS on Jovante Cunningham. And it's like, what do y'all think? Because a lot of people feel like, how can you say that, they never engaged in that's an intellectual. They never engaged in intercourse because you were always around, but they got married. Were you around when they got married? No, so how was you always around? And it surely got annulled, very quickly after they got married. Which I don't know if it's confirmed, but people are saying that Aaliyah's mom, Diane Haughton, is behind the annulment, which would make a lot of sense. But, people are saying, well, how were you always around? They got married. Where were you then? It's rumored that Alliyah was pregnant, and it's rumored that that's why they got married, I want to say. Don't necessarily quote me on that, but I think that, I have to watch it again. I think that they were saying that, once R. Kelly found out that Alliyah was pregnant, he, they went and got married. I don't know. That part don't even necessarily matter. It's the fact that, he married a 15-year-old. And yes, he knew she was 15. And it's confirmed. R. Kelly and his team, his lawyer doesn't deny it or anything. So it's like, what do y'all think? My personal opinion, with all due respect, and I talked about this on my show, It's Real Talk Radio. Check it out. The link is in the description. It's a whole 2-hour episode of myself and my co-host, Nizzy Nay, shout out to her, talking about this whole Surviving R. Kelly. Basically, we did a review. But in my personal opinion, I feel as though, no disrespect, because I'm a super huge Alliyah fan, but, I don't see how Alliyah's mom can really, criticize Jovante Cunningham when everybody knows that they got married. If they got married, so they didn't have sex even after they got married too? She still would have been 15 at the time. So what? How can you discredit her? And why? Are you a R. Kelly supporter? You a supporter of R. Kelly and he married your daughter at 15? You support him and you see what's coming out about him and all of the allegations and the proof of those allegations and the sex tape with his face, allegedly on it, because I ain't see it myself, but I believe, everybody that I know that's seen this, it is him, and why would I not believe him? Even people I know personally said they seen it and it's him. Other people that said they seen it, people in the industry and everything, yeah, it's him. Come on, man. So why are you trying to discredit Jovante Cunningham? Why? What do you have to gain out of it? I understand that you don't want your daughter's name, kind of really saw in that light, but I'm just saying, this isn't about downing Alliyah. I heard some negative stuff said about Alliyah, but this negative stuff said about everybody. You gotta look past that. The average person isn't blaming Alliyah. She was a teenager. even if people are saying, "Oh, she was probably fast," whatever. Who cares? If she was, who cares? She's 15. You're the grown man. You're the one that has to say, "No, you're too young." Like, I'm your mentor, and we're gonna keep it at that. But we all know that he's probably 99% likely the one that came onto her and influenced her. And of course, then Dame Dash came out recently about Nick Cannon interviewed Dame Dash recently, and Nick Cannon asked about, the whole Aaliyah thing and the R. Kelly thing came up, and Dame Dash was talking about how, because, Dame Dash was dating Aaliyah, and I heard they were engaged. I'm not sure if that's true. It's been so many years, I've had to look that up. But we know that he says that, that he was dating her. That was his girl. And Dame Dash said that, when it came to R. Kelly, Alliyah, it was a hard time. She had a hard time talking about it. She didn't really want to get into it. And she didn't want him to want to do something to R. Kelly if she, brought all the skeletons out. And he just left it at that because she knew he would want to do something to R. Kelly. And she really told him everything. And it was very upsetting for her. And, he said it was a difficult situation for him to deal with, and so on, So, yeah, my personal opinion, like I said, with all due respect to the mom of one of the most successful, not successful, but one of the best singers, all due respect to one of the best singers of her era, Aaliyah. I loved me some Aaliyah. Me and Aaliyah are, close in age. She's older than me by a few years, so that was my era, She was a teen, I was a teen, you know what I mean? So I came up listening to Aaliyah. I remember in high school when her song was coming out, So, yeah. I just don't, it's like, well, why does she not want to, I don't know. I would like to know more. I hope she comes out and does an interview, and we can really get more from her. Because I've been hearing a lot of negative stuff about Aaliyah's mom because of that statement, and I don't want to sit here and bash Aaliyah's mom because I'm thankful that she gave the world Aaliyah. And I don't want to believe that she just, for the sake of money, and capitalizing, that she just, basically sacrificed her daughter to for financial gain. I don't want to believe that. So I would definitely like to hear something come, like I see an interview with her or something, and get more in-depth detail from her about why she made that statement and her views on, don't shy away. We need to hear, your views on, R. Kelly. Do you support him? Are you against him? You know what I mean? We need to know. You know what I mean? All due respect, and rest in peace to Alliyah, but you know what I mean? It's Alliyah is ours too. You know what I mean? Because us, the fans, helped make Alliyah who she was by supporting her music. And we are hurt by her death too. We, mourn her too. And that's the reason why, we want to know. You know what I mean? We want to know. So, that's my take on that. What do y'all think?